Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where we bring you all the highlighted action of the Southern University football program. It's brought to you by Louisiana Lottery, Jerry Lane Chevrolet, Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, Manda Fine Meat, Louisiana Department of Health and Hospitals, Tobacco-Free Living Community of Color Network, Care South Medical and Dental, and the Cardiovascular Institute of the South. Welcome to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley, where each week we bring you all the exciting action of the Southern University football program. We come to you each Monday from Southern Kofi, located in the heart of Scotlandville, 8418 Scotland Avenue. Come in and get you a good smoothie, a sandwich. Today, Horatio got some good chili, he says, and get you something good to eat and some good talking, some good conversation. Of course, you can catch us about 6 times a week on TV. You see the times there in the graphic, and then you can catch us at your convenience online. Coach Dooley, tough loss to the Prairie View Panthers on Saturday night. We go down 27-21, effectively taking us out of the SWAC Western Conference contention. Coach, got to ask you, what happened that we went from producing 270 yards in the first half, 18 first downs, to no first downs, no points in the second half? What happened? It was like a different team.
It was, unfortunately, we didn't come out and make the plays that we should have made. And, I'm a guy that's always going to put it on me. I got to put those players in a better position and make some plays that will give us the opportunity to win the game.
Coach, if you could do anything differently in this game, what would it have been?
I don't never second guess myself. When I do game planning, I understand and I know I check all the boxes right there to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Sometimes you got to make some adjustments. I think we just got to be able to run the football a little bit more effectively, especially on those crucial situations. All
right, let's jump into the highlights from Saturday night and show the first half highlights from the SU-PV game. Here we see Harold Blood's going to make a short pass to Pete for 10 yards, and he comes back, hits Pete for another 11, and right now your offense is clicking, Coach.
Absolutely. They're moving up the field like we expected them to do.
They come back, get the ball, and take a deep shot and get on the scoreboard quickly. They're up 7-0 at this juncture. We're back on offense. Blood's going to hit Jalen Howard for 12.
Yeah, wind up not getting much out of that drive right there, but then we come back. We already had in our mind how we wanted to operate in this game right here. Defense got a chance to look at it as though they was moving the football. They were. Got a good strip fumble right there, picked up right there, so it gave the offense great field position. We brought in Noel Bowden that we already had plans to play every 2 series. I thought he moved the ball up and down the field as well, just what we expected. Did some great plays. Guys made some plays and gave us opportunity.
You saw Rhymes run for 13 and 7, and Bowden hits Rhymes for 13. Comes back, Kendrick runs for 7, and then Josh makes Kendrick scores, and then Josh Griffin makes the extra point. 7-7 at this juncture. Here our special teams are doing a great job swarming to the ball, but they didn't wrap up, Coach.
Absolutely. That kind of affected us on the game day right there. We had to play. We knew it was going to be an evenly matched ball game. Every team except special teams, because we all know one another.
Talking about Noah Bowden, there you see him throwing the ball to Cassius Allen for 35. Then he's going to come back and hit Chandler Whitfield for 6. Unfortunately, our drive stalls, and Joshua Griffin takes a field goal try, but rarely he missed it, Coach.
Yeah, very, very rare. That's very uncharacteristic of him. We know that's a chip shot for him. But everything had to click on the same cylinder in order for him to be able to put it through the upright.
There you saw Jordan Monroe making a good tackle. Kelby Givens doing his usual great job. Jordan Carter doing a great job. We get the ball back, and Blood's going to hit Chandler for 38.
Yeah, great
good pass right there.
Absolutely.
Blood's going to run for 5 with his feet. And then a nice play, Coach, to Braylon Morgan. Catholic High boy takes it 25 yards. Good play, Coach.
Absolutely. Got a chance to get him at least close to 90%. We knew he was very close to got a chance to go to the cat formation right there with Kobe and got it into the end zone.
14-10 Jaguars at this juncture. Prairie View's on the move. They do a nice little reverse. We don't wrap up again, Coach, and he scores.
Absolutely. Got a chance to get the ball to August Pete again. Made some good plays, run out the catch. Now we're giving the ball to Kendrick Grimes, get around the right side, pick up some positive yards. Now we got a chance to score. Blood to decide to scramble and throw a pass that was very, very risky, but we had two open guys right there, wound up with the touchdown.
21-17 at this juncture, and we go into the half with the lead. When we come back, we're going to look at the second half highlights on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Stay with us.
If your power goes out, remain calm. Can you feel it?
Feel the power. Can you feel it? Multiply your power.
Can you feel it?
Lemonade, would you like some lemonade?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck!
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change!
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, we're up 21-17 at the half. What do you tell your team to get them ready for the second half?
You know, I felt good about where we were right there. I didn't think that they would be able to move the football on our defense, and I thought also we would be able to put in a couple of more touchdowns that would separate us right there. So right there, we understood that we had 30 minutes to claim to be in this playoff run once again. So they understood the magnitude of it, and we came back out. Unfortunately, it didn't come on the end that we wanted it to come up on them.
Coach, what did Prairie View do differently in the second half to stop our offense?
I don't know if they did anything differently. I think they just made the plays that they thought they could have made the first half. It wasn't no huge adjustment that they did. They actually came into the same style defense that they was running, just made some plays, unfortunate enough, that stopped us, that didn't give us the opportunity to score any points.
All right, let's jump into those highlights from the second half and show everybody what exactly happened at A.W. Mumford Stadium. And here you see a great play by Kelby Givens. Kelvin's had a good season for you, Coach.
Absolutely, played well all year long.
Great sack right there by Jalen Campbell. Unfortunately, they score. Score is 24-21 at this juncture. You see Kendrick Grimes run for 6. Then he's going to run for 2.
He lost 2 on that one right there. Kind of like played on the other line of scrimmage, and unfortunate enough, we didn't get it. But
that was that fourth down try.
Yes.
What made you go for it right there, Coach?
Because I knew we had to separate, and I felt that it was automatic for us. I knew our defense would be able to stop them, so I thought it was a gutsy play that we had to take a chance on to try to separate ourselves to win this football game.
There you see the defense crashing on the Prairie View runner. Another great stop by your defense, Coach. They make a field goal, 27-21 at this juncture. Here we have Blood using his feet, trying to pick up a first down.
Absolutely.
Sack. Completion. And of course, they ran out the time on us. Ball game, 27-21. When we come back, we're going to have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Jared Dooley.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love. Each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the Capital Region at cardio.com.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, every week in this segment, we have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. Who are those Players of the Week on offense, defense, and special teams?
I'll have to go with August Pete. He had 6 receptions, over right at 60 plus yards and 1 touchdown. I thought he played a great game. One of his first starts of the season, finally getting healthy. Then when you talk about the special team, it's no question you have to take a look at Robin's bowl plan, the punting that he was able to do. I know in the second half we had some poor field position, but he was able to flip the field. Then when you talk about defensively, I mean, a guy that definitely was about 75%, Taj Brown. Taj Brown made some plays and made some key plays. So that would be my 3.
Have a great game. All right, there you have our Jerry Lane Chevrolet Players of the Week. After the game, Joe Dupree and I caught up with Kelby Givens, Kendrick Rhymes, and Harold Blood, and Joe filed this report.
Well, Todd, I'm here with Kelby Givens. And Kelby, tonight wasn't the way we wanted it to end up to be, but listen, the defense, first half, y'all really came in strong. I don't know what adjustments were made on the second half. You had 8 tackles altogether. Tell me how it felt. This is senior night, last home game. How did you feel out there with this one?
Obviously, we didn't come away with the dub, but at first, you know, like you said, we was playing pretty solid, but sadly, we didn't come with the dub.
When we look at the run game and the pass game and the coverage, it seems to be many a times we had the opportunity to kind of shut them down, third down. We couldn't make the adjustment, or the defense kind of got caught slipping. What adjustments do we make to correct that as we move forward?
Just got to focus on the little things. Obviously, we didn't detail on the too much playing and joking. So, you know, we got to correct that and go forward and try and win this Bayou Classic and play better defense.
I'm here with Kendrick Rhymes. And Kendrick, game didn't go the way we wanted to. Last home game here against Prairie View. But however, you did great. 77 yards, 1 TD. running in between the tackles. Tell me, how did it feel tonight?
It felt great. I know my front five, we was in the film earlier this week, and they told me they got me, and I ran behind and I trusted them, and that's what they led me to the promised land. It wasn't a dub, but we working on it. Our season is far from over. We got Graham next week or the week afterwards.
So let's talk about one thing that I noticed, the rhythm between the two quarterbacks. You had tonight two quarterbacks you had to deal with. Blood with the rhythm of handing off and you going to the left or to the right, and then, of course, Noah. That was a good flow. It seems to be you had a little better flow with Noah. Talk about that. How did that feel?
With Blood at practice, we get in, we work on everything, and Blood execute to the best of his ability. When Noah get in, and execute to the best of his ability, and I'm just back there to make them look good and make everything easier on them.
I'm here with our quarterback, Harold Blood. And Harold, tonight, 12 for 15, 120 yards, 1 TD. Tell me about the game. How does it feel?
In a game, you don't come out with a win, it doesn't feel too good. So that's all I have to say about that. Individual stats, individual accolades, it really doesn't matter. All I care about is winning. All the team cares about is winning. So we're upset.
Well, we did lose this one, but we're getting ready for the next one, which is the big one, Bayou Classic, 50th anniversary. Talk about the preparation. Talk about the feeling of knowing that you're getting ready to go into the 50th annual Bayou Classic.
Yes, sir. Well, we have a bye week first, and the 50th Bayou Classic, I mean, it's big. It's the epitome of college football in itself, and we're excited for it. We're excited to go down to New Orleans and give everybody a show.
Heard it right here, Todd, on the Jaguar Football Show.
Welcome back. Coach, replaying the game, you know, we had a spot in the championship game on the line. Then Alcorn lost to TSU, which meant that it really came down to the Bayou Classic. Southern and Grambling, who was going to go to the SWAC championship. What did you tell your team about how missed opportunities, how precious each and every game on the schedule is, and you got to take advantage of them?
Well, you know, we knew from 3 weeks ago that every game we played was a playoff type game, that you have to go, you're 1-0, there's no question about it. But then, fortunate enough, you know, things turned around, and just as I said it happened, gave us another opportunity. But you got to always be able to take care of your business first in order for that opportunity to take place. So unfortunate, but you know what, I take my hat off to those young men. The effort part and the grind that those guys put into it, it seemed as though it's not there because we didn't get the victory, but those young men work extremely hard on and off the field. So, you know, just got to understand that sometimes you got to just go back to the drawing board and just continue to grind and keep working and trust the process.
All right. When we come back, we're going to look ahead to, of course, we have an open week, but then our next game is the 50th annual Bayou Classic. It's a very special Bayou Classic. So stay with us on the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, cool truck.
You like my new truck from Jerry Lane? I'm on the way to get my first free oil change.
Free oil change. Wow.
You can count on Jerry Lane.
Life in Louisiana is like a run-on sentence. A poem that doesn't rhyme. Life is here, now. For life's moments, big and small, always there. The right card, the right care.
We all know Powerball. Now there's a new way to play. Play the Powerball Scratch-Off from the lottery, where you could win up to $15,000. But wait, there's more. Enter the second chance drawing for cool prizes like the Powerball Cash Promotion. This is your final chance to win exciting second chance cash prizes from the Powerball Scratch-Off. 5 lucky winners will be drawn for a share of $17,000. Play the Powerball Scratch-Off today.
Can you feel it? Medicaid members, keep your address and phone number up to date to make sure you receive important information about your health insurance and you don't risk losing your coverage. If you get a letter from Louisiana Medicaid, follow the directions and respond to it as soon as possible. For questions or to update your info, call the number on your insurance card or visit healthy.la.gov. That's healthy.la.gov. Remember, keep your contact information up to date and respond to Medicaid letters so you don't lose your health care coverage.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Of course, this coming weekend is our traditional open date, and of course, Coach and the Jaguars will be recruiting some future Jaguars. We'll talk about that next week. Right now, we want to talk about the 50th annual Bayou Classic. Coach, we're about the same age, and we've seen the advent and the longevity of the Bayou Classic. But unlike me, and unlike most people, you've seen it from 4 to 5 different perspectives. Growing up in New Orleans, you know, you got a chance to see it as a kid, going to the game if you went to the game. Then, as a player for the legendary coach Eddie Robinson, you got to see it from that perspective, from a G-Men perspective. Then, and you started working, you got a chance to see it as an assistant coach with Coach Pete Richardson and his successful run of Bayou Classic victories. But then, you had an opportunity to become an offensive coordinator at your alma mater, so you got a chance to see it from that perspective. And now, as head coach at Southern University, you get a chance to see it from the head man's position. Not many people have gotten to see it from your perspective, Coach, from your lens. And with that longevity, what does the Bayou Classic mean to Eric Dooley? I mean, with everything that you've seen from the fan, the player, the assistant coach, the coordinator, and now the head coach, tell us a little bit about what Bayou Classic means to you.
You know, it's very, very special for me and my family. I guess my family is the one that had to go back and forth because wherever I'm at, that's the one they're going to support. But as a young, small young man growing up in the city of New Orleans, you know, my uncle was the first one to take me to a Bayou Classic. Okay. And I can recall just leaning on the gate, me and one of my good friends saying, you know what, I'm playing for one of those schools. Little did I know that opportunity was going to present itself. And then for the play for the legendary Coach Eddie Robinson, I mean, you know, that's a blessing for me for that opportunity to play. And then, you know, I go back, who would have thought that Pete Richardson, another living legend, would call me to work for him. You know, I did bring some players up here when I was coaching in the high schools in New Orleans to come, but I never met Pete Richardson, so I didn't have the opportunity to speak to him. But for his offensive coordinator to reach out to me, didn't know me, just contact my dad, and I came up, and next thing you know, I'm coaching 14 years for Southern University. You know, a lot of my teammates would call me every game to try to get me to tailgate, knowing I had to say no because of where I was at. But the biggest highlight out of all that, you know, I walked through the tunnel my very, very first Bayou Classic, and I had an opportunity to walk right in front of Coach Eddie Robinson. Why would I come in front of him? You know, and immediately he stopped me, took a picture with me, and told me, never let them beat you. And, you know, that kind of stumbled me going back into the locker room. What does Coach Robinson talk about? I know he had ways with words that he can say some things, you know, and do a lot of things. So it was very, very thoughtful. I'd say, what is he talking about? But then I thought about it. You know, I coached you, you played at Grambling. You got to go out and win this football game, which that's always been my mindset. But for him to say that as the head coach of Grambling State University, I thought that was some great advice to a young man who had feelings going against his old coach because he was on his way out at that time. Then I had the opportunity, after going some other places, to come back. It took me, I told him it took me like maybe 16, 17 years to get back to Grambling. And fortunate enough, Coach Fobbs gave me that opportunity as an offensive coordinator. We had some success. And then, you know, never let that success led me to a school to get my first head coaching job. And then once Southern University came calling to give me this opportunity to be the head guy, you know, I say, well, you know, God is really watching over me. So it's been fortunate enough for me, but a lot having experienced. All my experience for, I can't say for the most part, ever since, been great experiences. Every place I've been, the way that the people conduct themselves and just being professional. So it's been a great experience for me.
All right, appreciate you sharing that with us, Coach. We're going to take a break right here, and when we come back, we're going to close out this week's edition of the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley.
Diseases from smoking kill more African Americans each year than car crashes, AIDS, and murders combined. In the U.S., about 1 in 5 African American adults smoke cigarettes. It's estimated that each cigarette you smoke shortens your life by 7 minutes. That's 7 minutes less to spend time with people you love doing what you love each time you smoke a cigarette. Is it worth it? Smoking affects us all.
Your heart and vascular system is at the core of your overall health. Trust your care to Cardiovascular Institute of the South, a world leader in the diagnosis and treatment of heart disease, artery and vein disease in the legs, and heart valve disease. CIS cardiologists offer the most advanced, innovative, and compassionate care for the complete health of your heart and legs. Schedule an appointment at one of our 3 locations in the capital region at cardio.com.
Depression, anxiety, trauma, nicotine dependence, and more. Many families are struggling with behavioral health issues. Reaching out for professional help is the best thing you can do for you and your family. At Care South, we are committed to helping individuals and families to heal, bounce back, and grow stronger. Our team of professionals are available for telehealth and in-person visits. Call for an appointment today at 225-650-2000. Hope in healing is just a phone call away.
You can't smell it, but you can almost taste it. And whether it's for a family get-together or a game day feast, having Manda in the mix always sounds good. For 3 generations, their quality meats and original seasonings have made Manda a Louisiana legend and made their family sausage Louisiana's family sausage. Manda Fine Meats. The flavor says it all.
Welcome back to the Jaguar Football Show with Coach Eric Dooley. Coach, we're talking Bayou Classic, the 50th anniversary. Are there any special things they have lined up for the players? I know they have the coaches luncheon and some other things like that. They doing anything special for you guys this year?
I think it all takes place within that coach's luncheons right there. They haven't said anything to the coaches, or at least not to me and my staff as to anything different, but I'm sure it's going to be special because they've been talking about that since the last Bayou Classic.
Well, if you really want to go, you need to get your tickets because it's almost sold out. So go online, check it out, or go to the ticket office here at Southern and get your tickets because the 50th is going to be something special. All right, as always, go Jags!